So I certainly don't have to tell you that divorce has so many downsides. After all, it is one of the most stressful and difficult things that many of us will ever endure. That being said, I am confident now from my position 10 years out that there's also some positives to divorce. And depending upon where you are in your own journey, you may have started to taste some of these, or they may still feel so far off. But I wanted to share them with you today just to maybe help you see the other side. Maybe help you have a little gratitude for those things in your life that are going well. And maybe some of the gifts that divorce has inadvertently given you. So one of the things with divorce is it certainly shows you who your true friends are. You probably have lost some friends. That usually happens. Either friends that were, part of a couple group, or maybe you had a contentious divorce and some people sided with your ex. But you also have those people that have really stepped up and have stayed by your side. And now you know who your people are. You know who really has your back. And that's a really valuable thing to learn. Maybe your friend group is smaller now, but it's also richer. Another benefit of divorce is the freedom that you gain. And I know for me, divorce was not something that I ever wanted. And I also knew I wanted to be back in a long-term monogamous relationship. That's where I feel most at home. But at the same time, I actually enjoyed some of that freedom that I had for a brief period of time, that sense of I am completely and totally my own person. There is nobody that needs to know where I am in a given moment. There's nobody that I need to consult as I'm making a major decision. It's a real sense of you can do whatever you want to do. And those moments in adulthood are rare. So this is sort of that gift, that little window of freedom. And for those of you that have children, you still can experience some of this. It's one of those where I know that when your ex has the kids, it's some of the hardest days and nights that you've ever faced. It's the house feels so empty and you miss your children so much. The flip side of that is you have that rare opportunity as a parent to have time alone, to have time being you, not just mom or dad. And so you can really take advantage of that. Yes, it's hard. Yes, you miss them. So make the most of that time and get to enjoy being you for just that brief window. When you're married and settled, you tend to get a little complacent, kind of fat and happy. And there's something about divorce that makes you hungry. You probably don't have as much as you did. I know I certainly didn't have as much financially as I used to have. So there was this drive that I had, this need to work so hard just to survive. And there's a hard part to that, for sure. You're really struggling. You don't know how you're going to make it through. But at the same time, there's something that's so special about that hunger. So take advantage of that drive. You have that energy right now that you're not going to have forever. So use it while you have it. Along the same lines, right now you have less to lose. The way our brains work is we are so afraid of loss that once we have things, we operate in such a way so that we don't lose them. But now you've lost so much. But the benefit of that is right now, there's not that much more that you can lose. So you have less fear right now than you normally would. One of the other benefits of divorce is it can actually lessen your fear of failure. When we first get married, we are so focused on maintaining that perfect track record. It's sort of like the all-A student afraid of getting their first B, or the star athlete afraid of ever losing a match. Well, now you've lost a marriage. And one of the benefits of that is you don't fear it as much as you did before. Divorce can actually give you self-confidence. Now, not at first, especially if you were cheated on, but in time, because when you look back and you realize what you have been able to do on your own, what you have conquered, what you have overcome, it really makes you realize how strong you are. And that's a really powerful realization to have about yourself. Divorce gives you an opportunity for new directions. Your life script has been broken. And so now you have this opportunity, at midlife or thereabouts, to decide where you want to go now. And that's kind of cool. It's scary. And yes, you're grieving the path that you thought you were going to be on, but you can dream again and maybe explore something new. This is an opportunity to really remind yourself of what's important. It's all so easy for us to get caught up in the day-to-day minutia. And we forget those big things in life. We forget to pay attention to what really matters. And there's nothing like some hardship and some loss and some grief to help us refocus our attentions on those things that truly do matter. Finally, divorce has a way of making you grateful. Maybe not for the end of your marriage, at least not yet. But it makes you grateful for your strength, your resiliency, your grit. It makes you grateful for the people around you, those that have stepped up and lent a helping hand. When you've lost so much, it makes you grateful for every little thing that you have. And if and when you find yourself in a new relationship, I bet you'll be more grateful for that too, because now you know what it's like to lose that. And so you're going to appreciate every moment that you have with that person.